Man Bat issue 5. Dave Wielgos and Sumit Kumar. Basically wrapping up exactly as you'd expect, and also almost as we expected, it kind of did the like transition to the Man Bat that's in Justice League Dark. So this is definitely a pre-rebirth Man Bat sort of transition into that rebirth Man Bat, and that's fine. It's the funny thing about it is that I appreciate what this book did for the character, and some of the fight with Batman when he's all venomized and Batman's acting all crazy because he's got the Scarecrow stuff in him as well. Like, all that stuff's fine. Man Bat, saving everyone by like going through with the new sonic cannon that reverses everyone's fear. That's all fine. I got to the end of this and went, I kind of feel like the first issue was really interesting, but the rest of it's been fun enough, like readable, but I don't know, like it feels like it was designed just to explain how Man-Bat changed into the Man-Bat that exists in Justice League Dark. I don't know if it ever sort of became more than that at the end.
I liked it just because we got the idea of Kirk and the monster having to live in balance, because when he always would blame all of his bad stuff on the monster. So to me, this became a story about accountability, and that Kirk has to be accountable, and part of that is he's got to take control of the Bat within, because the Bat was there even before he
that's his anger. That's his, I think.
So
I've said a couple of times that this coming out in the same week as Batman, that's got a much cooler version of Scarecrow, has hurt it. I actually think this issue especially hurts being up in the same week as Swamp Thing, because Swamp Thing's doing the Man and the Monster together, and it's far more artistic and far more.
It's so unfair when this book was scheduled to start coming out like a year ago.
I know.
Yeah.
Like this book would have been
October,
over before. What's that?
It was even earlier than that.
Wasn't it supposed to wrap up in October?
Oh, wrap up? It may have been October, yeah.
It was meant to start, I think, like the month of the shutdown.
Yeah, April or May. It was around then, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I feel bad for it, because this should have finished before Swamp Thing started, before Batman started doing any of this stuff.
Well, and you got to remember, I'm not even trying to say the writer's last name. He's the editor for Batman. So he's very familiar with all of this stuff. So just the whole idea of, I do like the idea of the bridge, almost like this is what made Scarecrow change his tactics, right? Because he wasn't using the toxin. He was trying to use the subliminals, right? So now this leads to him working with Simon Saint and doing whatever. So I do like that you can see the bridge with the Scarecrow there, albeit, I mean, Tynan's creepy Scarecrow is great.
There's a bridge with the design as well, in that he's got the hat here, but he's also got the burlap sack. So it's kind of in between what we had before and where we are now. Feels like a transition redesign. Again, if this had come out where it should have done, it probably would have felt a lot more natural.
Because obviously the last chunk of pages are Wonder Woman showing up to recruit him, and that's, I think it's him holding the lasso saying he's ready to help people or whatever. So it's it's a nice enough ending. Like I think the first issue of this felt really promising, and then the rest of it's been fine and enjoyable enough to be kept reading it, but nothing standout-ish. I don't think
it's never been bad, but it's definitely never lived up to that first issue.
Yeah.
No, but I do like. I have a soft spot for monsters though, so like I enjoyed this just as a fun read. Like, it's not. I don't think it would ever top my list for any story, but it was a fun go. I loved the Harley stuff. What was that, issue 2 or 3?
Yeah, I think that was 3. I think
3.
I like that.
Yeah, I'll be shocked if this makes my top 5 for the week. But we'll see.
We make mine because I think I only read like 5 books, but so by default.
All right, man. What are you giving Man-Bat issue 5?
I'm gonna give this a 7.
Connor?
I'll probably just give it a straight 7 as well.
Yeah, a 7. It's a 7. It's a 7 out of 10 book.
I will say I left this and Swamp Thing for last because they're my 2 monster books.
Yes.
So
I think the difference, because I gave Batman a 7 as well.
Yeah.
I think that the difference here between them, I'm much more positive on Batman 7 than I am on this. Not that I'm negative on this, but Batman, it's the middle chapter of a story. That can be a 7. It's fine.
Right.
Whereas this is the ending of my story. I want more than a 7.
And I think Batman, also has better art, and it also feels like it's building to a lot of big exciting things. Whereas this is, this is just
building something that we read 3 years ago.
Yeah. You know,
like quite literally.
And that, and the Man Bat that we met in Dark was, you know, a little bit more endearing than this one. You know, he still has a little ways to go before he's wearing the coat with the glasses and half bat form. So, you know.